On today's Live Daily News, the former Tres Amigos convenience store near H-E-B says adios, 2 crashes at the same time just in different parts of San Angelo, and the Water Valley community is mourning the loss of a student. Plus a wrap-up of Friday night's action on the football field, and a look at Angelo State University's upcoming semester. All this and more. I'm Yantis Green, and this is Live. But before we get to the news, Intertel is a proud sponsor of the Live Daily News Show. Intertel has been providing cutting-edge, proven technology for businesses and homes in the Concho Valley for decades. Need a security system or cameras? Get a free quote today by visiting Intertel.com or by calling 325-658-8375. We start the show today with some heartbreaking news out of northern Tom Green County. According to the Texas Department of Public Safety, 14-year-old Kyle Jones was killed Sunday after being struck by a car while riding a motorized bicycle. The crash occurred out in Water Valley Sunday afternoon on a county road. Jones was a student at Water Valley and participated in band and FFA. A GoFundMe has been set up to help his family. There is a link to it on the article on SanAngeloLive.com. Jones was not wearing a helmet at the time of the crash. In other news, 2 other crashes occurred today in San Angelo at nearly exactly the same time across town. The first call was at the intersection of 14th and North Chadbourn, while the other call was at University in Jackson by the ASU campus. The crash on Jackson occurred after a driver had a medical episode while behind the wheel. As a result of that crash, a gas meter was hit outside of the West Texas Rehabilitation Center. Police were able to confirm with our reporter on the scene that the driver was not injured in that crash. As for the crash over on North Chadbourn, a tiny smart car was crushed by a big truck. San Angelo Police Department Public Information Officer Richard Espinosa was on that scene. Let's hear from him.
Section of 14th and Chadbourn in reference to a major motor vehicle accident. Officers arrived on scene, learned that a white and colored Silverado truck as well as a white and colored smart car were involved in the accident. Officers learned that the white colored Silverado was southbound on Chadbourn Street, disregarded the red light, and the white color smart car was traveling eastbound on 14th Street when they collided in the intersection. The driver of the white Silverado was a 24-year-old male. He was cited for disregarding a red light. And the driver of the white smart car is a 31-year-old female. The passenger is a 42-year-old female. Both were transported to Shannon Medical Center with unknown injuries. Both vehicles are going to be transported to Home Motors, and we're going to clear the scene here relatively quickly.
Business news today, the Allsup's convenience store on College Hills and Avenue N has officially closed. It has only been about a year since the former Tres Amigos became an Allsup's when Allsup's bought out the Tres Amigos chain. There is another Allsup's store about half a mile away out on Arden Road in Glenna. The location by H-E-B has been open for years there in the parking lot, but now the owners say it is closed for good. For more on that story, see the business tab on SanAngeloLive.com. Moving into weather, expect this week to be sunny and dry. It's a little bit cooler this week. As of now, temperatures outside are sitting around 95 degrees. As the week moves on, expect a gradual warming trend, increasing the highs in the afternoon. Hottest day will be about Friday afternoon with a high of 101. It looks like we survived the hottest days of summer and are moving into cooler temperatures over the next few weeks. Tune in to the Live Daily Show every weekday for an update on weather. And the Stay With Us Sports is next.
At Jim Bass Nissan, you have choices. And any way you go, you're going to save in a big way. You can choose from a new 2023 Nissan Armada SV or a new 2023 Nissan Titan Pro 4X Crew Cab and save $9,000 off MSRP. The choice is yours, but remember, the savings won't last long. Hurry into Jim Bass Nissan, corner of Houston Hart and Arden Road, or shop 24/7 at bassbunch.com.
The Angelo State football team kicks off its 2023 season against West Alabama on Thursday. Head coach Jeff Gersh gave his first press conference today at the Janelle Center to talk about the expectations he and the rest of the coaching staff has for the Rams in 2023. The Rams sported one of the nation's best defenses a season ago, and Gersh says that recruiting is key to reloading a defense after graduation and the transfer portal takes its toll. Let's take a look.
Like, what do y'all do to make sure that you're going to bring that same level of elite play again this season? Yeah, it's about recruiting. It really is. Going out and getting the right kids, the right fit for the program. We're going to lose guys every year to graduation and to portal. That's a new beast. That it's part of it. You either embrace it or you complain about it and fall behind. And that's something that we're going to do. It's all the program at Angelo State in football has always been about who's in the program and not who's not here anymore. So, we're excited about the kids that we brought in, but the development of our players, we're going to recruit probably 90-95% of what we do through high schools. And that means those kids are in the program 1-2 years before they're playing. Well, maybe it's definitely 2 years, and then that person has to step up and play instead of getting that third year behind somebody. But that development and the recruiting is going to help us replace the guys that we lose, both the graduation and the portal. And again, I'm excited about that. You can go find transfers, and we'll do that. But at the same time, you got guys that have been in the program 2 years. Those guys are going to be more prepared to play for us right away because they know what to expect. So, that's the biggest thing. To go back and look at last year, had the question about being 12-1. That's what we did last year was hard. That's not common. To go undefeated in a regular season. That's not common. So, the expectation is to win every football game, but you got to understand we're going to play great talent. So same thing with having the top defense in the country. That doesn't happen every year. But guys are going to go out and compete, and if we can get close to that level, I think we're going to have a pretty good football team.
Angelo State features several new faces on both sides of the ball this season, and Gersh says fans should be excited to watch these guys play. The Rams play West Alabama in Livingston on Thursday. Kickoff is scheduled for 6 p.m. And of course, for more sports around the Concho Valley and beyond, be sure to tune in every day at sanangelolive.com/sports.
Ew, that sounds gross.
Right now, get 15% off carpet cleaning from Carpet Tech.
Gross.
Right now, get 15% off carpet cleaning from Carpet Tech.
All right, moving into the next portion of our show, we're going to be going down to San Angelo ISD, where head coach Kevin Crane of the Bobcats is giving his weekly press conference on the upcoming game against El Paso Montwood. This past week, the Central Bobcats did fall to Clean Shoemaker, but they're looking to bounce back. Let's hear what head coach Kevin Crane has to say.
So this past week, you and your staff really got to see this 2023 team in action. First game of the season against Clean Shoemaker, 34-27 loss, only fell by 1 touchdown. I really want to focus on the positive takeaways. What really shined bright Friday night with this team?
Well, we did some good things, offense, defense, special teams, all three units did some good things. Offensively, I thought we moved the ball well. We were explosive again. Christian threw the ball well, had over 22 completions, which is a big goal for us. We're trying to hit every game, and he was able to do that. Colton Hill, right out of the gate here, sophomore receiver, did a good job, had over 100 yards receiving. Alex Lindsay had some explosive catches, and so all that was really good to see. Offensive line did some good things as well. Running backs did some good things as well. And so, pretty pleased with the offense. Obviously, we got to limit the turnovers. We had 3 turnovers, 2 interceptions, and then a fumble from one of our running backs. So that's a big point of emphasis this week that we got to clean up. Defensively, a lot of young faces, fresh faces, a lot of guys that don't have a lot of experience playing varsity football. And so I felt like first half we struggled a little bit, getting used to the speed of the game. Obviously, Shoemaker's an athletic team, and they're really fast, and that gave us some problems. think second half we kind of settled down and made a few adjustments, and they played a lot better in the second half, and so that was good to see as well.
Looking forward towards this week, last year a 52-49 win against Montwood, and now it's kind of a mix of new faces, returners. So what are you really wanting to see from this team this week going into game day?
Yeah, obviously Montwood's a good football team, and anytime you got to travel 6.5 hours out to El Paso, that can be challenging, you know. So I want us to be a mature football team, and you know, we got to, first of all, we got to travel well out there. I mean, that sounds funny, but when you're loading up 3 buses full of teenagers and traveling 6.5 hours, I mean, you know, that's really important that we travel well, and so I want to see that, and then I just want to see us continue to make improvements. You know, I mean, we certainly have a lot to improve on, and we need to go over there and we need to improve and be better. You know, it's going to be a 4 o'clock game local time, so it's obviously going to be hot, and so we gotta handle that. We had some issues with cramping this last game, and so we've got to you know, hopefully be hydrated and handle some of those things better. But just overall, just improvement in all phases. You know, it's a long season, but hopefully each week we can get a little better, and that's the main goal.
I know last year you preached going a full 4 quarters, and you got to see that from your team Friday night. Is that still the same message, or have you really seen the team embrace it in a sense from last year to this year?
Yeah, I think they've embraced it, and I thought we played hard all 4 quarters. You know, we kind of came down to the end there, and we were able to score late, and you know, we really had a chance to maybe get the ball back one more time. Didn't quite come to fruition. They ended up getting a couple first downs, but we had a chance there at the end. So I thought our fight was good. I thought we battled hard. I thought we played till the end, and so that was good to see.
And Coach, in the scrimmage, you said that penalties were a major problem for your team. In the game against Clean Shoemaker, didn't really have that many penalties. Do you think that's a sign of positive growth when you said you want this young team to mature?
Yeah, it was. We did a better job of that, there's no doubt. You know, we still had some issues with some false starts, and that hurt us a couple times down in the red zone. We got some false start penalties, and that hurt us, you know, and so we got to clean that up. And that's fixable. You know, what bothered me in the scrimmage is we had several 15-yard penalties, and obviously when you're getting penalized like that, that's really hurtful. And so I thought that we cleaned that up. You know, we had one 15-yard penalty, which was the pass interference on offense, which you know, was probably the right call, but felt like we took some steps and grew and did a better job of that this week.
Montwood runs another version of the spread just like we do. Maybe not as talented as they were a year ago, but still bring a very talented squad out there. What is the game plan? Like, how are you going to corral Montwood and keep touchdowns and yards in control?
Yeah, they do have a good offense. I mean, they're known for throwing the ball. They do a good job. Last year they had a great quarterback, and this kid that's playing this year looks a lot like him. In fact, when I first turned on the film, I thought it was the same kid because he wears the same number and he looks, you know, almost identical throwing the ball. So they're a talented group. They got several receivers coming back from last year, and so good receiver group, pretty big up front on the offensive line. Capable running back, you know, and so we're going to have to go over there and be ready from the start. You know, we can't allow them to jump on us early. We've got to be ready to play from the very start. But, you know, it's fundamentals. It's alignment. It's assignment. It's execution. All those things are important. You know, we we gave up a few big plays last week in the running game. Like, they had some explosive runs on us that we got to get fixed. You know, in the passing game, we held it in check for the most part, and they had a couple long foul balls in which they threw the ball down and had a guy open, but they missed it. You know, so long foul balls that we got to kind of get better at. You know, not giving them that much space. But overall, you know, we just got to do our job, and play fast and play hard, and usually those things take care of themselves.
And building on that, Coach, final question here. Of course, you want to see improvement every week, but what is the message to the guys this week in practice as y'all prepare for El Paso?
Yeah, just kind of what you said. I mean, just constant, steady improvements is really what we're after. I mean, I know I say that a lot, but that's really what we're trying to do. You know, we try to address, you know, the issues that arise, and we try to address those things. But overall, it's just getting better. You know, we just got to keep taking steps. We got to keep moving forward, and we got to keep improving, you know. And so that's really what we're trying to do. And kids showed up today, had a good attitude, got out there and got after it this morning. So that was a good thing to see.
Yeah, Coach. You know, you've mentioned the explosive plays in the passing game, but the running game kind of struggled, especially with your running backs. How do you get more explosive plays out of your running game this week?
Yeah, that's a great question. You know, Colleen Shoemaker was big up front, and they gave us some issues, you know, just one-on-one type blocking. We didn't get much movement up front, and so, you know, we were in the right place, and our body was in the right place, and a lot of that stuff looked good. We just didn't get much movement, you know. So we gotta play lower, and we gotta play with better feet, and we gotta move our feet on contact and some of those types of things. And so we're really trying to focus on that with our O-line, and then you know, with the running backs finishing their runs, making sure they're moving their feet, making sure they're going north and south. Some of those things we've talked about this week as well.
Yeah, I know when we talked earlier this year, you kind of said that you have a benchmark of about 50 yards per game for your quarterback. Christian just missed that benchmark. I think he had 47 yards rushing. Is that also kind of part of improving the running game, is getting him going earlier in the game?
Yeah, for sure. You know, we expect our quarterback to be a dual threat and get us about 50 yards on true quarterback runs. You know, most of his stuff were scrambles. There was a few option type plays that we ran where he ended up keeping the ball, and I think once he kind of got going doing some of that, I think he got better. And so, you know, we could possibly do some of that stuff earlier, try to get him going a little sooner. You know, overall, I thought he ran pretty well, scrambled pretty well. Obviously, threw some on the run, which was good. You know, just the only issues we had is he overthrew a couple high over the middle, and you know, you can't do that because usually something bad is going to happen. And so he recognized that, and you know, I think he'll improve on it as he goes.
Yeah, and you know, we talked about penalties a little bit earlier. What happened on that delayed game? I think it was right before the fourth quarter, where you guys kind of just let the clock run out.
Yeah, that's all me, man. I saw the game clock, and I had a call into the end that I wasn't crazy about once I looked at the defense, and it didn't even occur to me to look at the play clock. And so, you know, that was my fault 100%. And so I was just trying to let the clock run down and go to the fourth quarter. And like I said, I wasn't crazy about the play call that we had, so I was just trying to wait till the quarter, and I didn't look at the play clock, so that was my fault.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
All right.
Who decides where you get your hair cut? You do. An oil change? You do. How about an MRI? That's right, you do. And it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Get a doctor's orders, tell your doctor you want to go to Angelo MRI, and let us do the rest. We call you to schedule an appointment, we call your insurance, and we send the results to your doctor. You need a doctor's orders, but a doctor can't order you where to go. It's your health, your choice, your MRI.
And that's it for news, weather, and sports this Monday. Be sure and tune in tomorrow for more. For the team here at San Angelo Live, I'm Yantis Green.